I wanted to record a really quick video about distractions, the things that keep founders distracted. I had a call yesterday with a guy that I've spoken to over the past 6 months. He keeps coming back for investment, and in that entire 6-month period, nothing has changed for his startup. Fundamentally, the innovation metrics, the things that tell us whether that startup has grown or got any better, they haven't moved on at all. So what the hell has he been doing for 6 months? And the answer is, of course, that he's been distracted. He's been wasting his time on things that don't move the needle for his startup at all. They don't make him any more investable. They don't make him any money. He's literally standing still, and yet, in his mind, he's incredibly busy. So what are these distractions? What is he wasting his time on? Well, the first point's a bit of an odd one. I call it waiting for permission. A lot of founders spend an enormous amount of time waiting for somebody to say it's okay to start their startup. They either think an investor's going to turn up and give them enough money that they can quit their job and survive on the cash that they've raised. This is never going to happen. Certainly not at idea stage. Or they think that a co-founder is going to come along and do all the work and they'll be the idea person, which is just moronic. Or, you know, they think that they'll become part of an incubator. I don't know. They think that somebody will give them a tick in the box that makes it okay for their startup to start. And you can spot these people because they're basically waiting meeting to meeting to have a meeting with somebody which will inevitably end in them not getting cash or not getting a co-founder or whatever it might be, and thinking, who can I meet now that will give me permission to start my startup? And the answer is nobody. The only person that can kick your startup into action is you. Get over waiting for somebody else. The next thing that we see a lot of time wasted on is I'm going to call it networking and events, right? So founders go to endless First Tuesday meetings. I can say that because I'm really old. Or, you know, tech meetups, or things that have been organised by their local council or their local tech cluster, or, you know, or university things or whatever else. They go to these meetings, they meet lots of other people, and the people that they meet are one of two things. Founders like them that are looking for, I don't know, some way to get started, or they are people that are trying to sell services to founders, which is, believe me, a real nonsense. Don't ever try and do that. There's no money in it. So, you know, what is the outcome of going to this networking meeting? Bugger all. It's a complete and utter waste of your time. I guess the third thing that people waste their time doing is poorly thought through research. Go read the mom test. Just read the mom test. But they spend their time going out and gathering survey results or interview results which are supposed to tell them how to build their product or how to refine their startup. But really what they end up with is a spreadsheet full of stuff that when they look at it they go, And that takes an enormous amount of time and energy. And this is an enormous waste of time and energy unless it really is leading to something. Again, read the mom test. I guess the final thing I would say that people spend an awful lot of time doing, and I've mentioned it before, is kind of inflating their ego. You know, chasing awards, PR, social posts all about them. I'm aware of the irony. You know, they want to be recognised, but that recognition is doing absolutely nothing to grow their startup, to prove their startup's idea. So really all it is an enormous amount of hot air. The thing is, for the most part, founders that are doing these things don't know that they're wasting time. So how do you recognise that something is time wasting? Well, you know, I feel like we at Million Labs waste a lot of time. There's an awful lot going on. You should see our action list. It's just a hellscape. But everything that we do is in pursuit of growth. We measure everything to the nth degree. You know, our sales and marketing activity is measured. We're sending out pay-per-click marketing, we're going to sales meetings, we're having sales meetings. How many hours are we spending on that? How much money are we spending on that? Is it creating more growth? The same is true with processes, you know, in delivery. Are we getting more projects through the project pipeline? Are we getting more people moving on to further iterations with us? Are our investments going through more investment stages as a result of an activity we're doing? It's measured. Innovation metrics are at the heart of not wasting time. If you're going to an event, measure how many hours did you spend there and how many sales did you get as a result. My guess is that you're going to look at all of those events and think, blimey O'Reilly, if I count myself as somebody that should be being charged out at £100 an hour or $100 an hour, I've wasted $600, $700, $800 and I've got absolutely no sales as a result. Whereas if I'd taken that $800 and spent it on buying a bunch of flyers and sticking them through people's doors, I would have got a bunch of sales as a result. So why the hell are you going to those meetings? It's just a waste of your time. If you are involved in an activity in a startup that you cannot measure, you're involved in an activity that is wasting precious time and resources. Don't do it. Measure everything. Measure everything. It's how you succeed. This is science. That's why there's a little bottle in our logo. Anyway, if you want to talk about startups, you want to raise investment, you need somebody to build an MVP, you want to go to a free boot camp. Boot camps are free. You want to do any of these things, hello@millionlabs.co.uk is our email. We will email back because we're nice, or alternatively go to millionlabs.co.uk and there's a website and there's stuff on it and you'll find the things you need. Don't be distracted, measure everything, read the mom test, all the usual things. I'll see you soon. Bye.